To our esteemed panel members, to my co-participants, and to the organizers of RRRC 2020, good afternoon. I'm going to present my study entitled Performance and Attitude of Senior High School Students in Research, Basis for a Proposed Research Enhancement Program. This paper was successfully defended at the National Teachers College with the support of my thesis advisor, Dr. Evangelina Q. Maliri. I am Dyan Escuadra from the National Teachers College and currently a teacher at Rizal Experimental Station and Prado School of Cottage Industries. With the implementation of the K-12 program, students need to spend another 2 years in senior high school to complete basic education. Senior high school students are required to take 3 research subjects, namely Practical Research 1, Practical Research 2, and Inquiries, Investigations, and Immersion. The researcher observed that senior high school students showed low interest in the research subjects. She also observed that they lack inquisitive skills. They still need to develop their research skills to scholarly process the data they gather from the web or print sources. They struggle in writing the different parts of the research paper. As a teacher of the subject, the researcher wished to assess the performance and the attitude of senior high school students in research as basis for a research enhancement program. This study would also help her identify the factors affecting the performance of the senior high school students in the subject. The descriptive method of research was used to gather data from the 194 senior high school students who were taking the subject Inquiries, Investigations, and Immersion during the second semester of school year 2018 and 2019, and 3 research teachers of Rizal Experimental Station and Prado School of Cottage Industries. The instruments employed in the study were a teacher-made test, survey questionnaire, and document analyses. Results were analyzed using percentage of correct responses, mean, frequency and percent distribution, weighted mean, and ranking. To test the relationship and difference of certain variables, Pearson R and t-test were also used. These are the findings of the study. The student respondents' performance in the research subject in terms of the different competencies was average with a grand mean of 46.51. The performance of the student respondents in research is satisfactory in terms of their test scores, grades in the final research presentation, and final grades in the subject. The test scores, grades in the final research presentation, and final grades in the subject were significantly related. The students' respondents agreed that the learning materials about research provided by the teacher, such as lecture notes and PowerPoint presentations, provide considerable support for learning with a weighted mean of 3.39. The teacher respondents strongly agreed that their strategies in presenting the research topics give the students a better understanding of the course with a weighted mean of 4.0. As to research usefulness, the student respondents agreed that research is useful to them with an average weighted mean of 3.32. As to research anxiety, the student respondents agreed that they were anxious about research with an average weighted mean of 2.96. As to positive research predispositions, the student respondents generally had positive predispositions about research with an average weighted mean of 2.93. There is no significant relationship between the student's final grade and their overall attitude in research, reflective of the Pearson R value of negative 0.021 with a corresponding probability value of 0.777, which is higher than alpha 0.05. The teacher respondents agreed that they have positive attitude towards teaching research with an average weighted mean of 3.33. As to the student respondents, they observed that their teachers also had positive attitude towards research, with an average weighted mean of 3.24. The computed t-value 2.17 was lower than the tabular t-value 2.18. Hence, the assessment of the students and teachers on the factors that affect the student respondents' performance in research were not significantly different. There was no significant difference between the assessment of the students and teachers on the attitudes of the student respondents toward research, as evidenced by the computed t-value 1.95, which was lower than the tabular t-value 2.12. The computed t-value 0.57, which was lower than the tabular t-value 2.20, showed that the assessment of the students and teachers towards teaching research were not significantly different. The proposed Research Enhancement Program is a 10-week, 40-hour program which will be offered to students and teachers for 10 Fridays with 4 hours per session. It will be implemented during the second semester of school year 2019-2020. It will start from January 10 to March 13, 2020. Activities in the program include the top 5 most needed activities identified by the students and the teachers. These activities will be aligned with the top 10 least mastered competencies in the teacher-made test. Other activities in the program will also be related to the needs to enhance students' performance in research in terms of their final grades and research presentation. Based on the findings, the following conclusions were formulated. The different learning competencies in research are met just midway to the desired level of mastery. Students' percentage of correct responses did not meet the target passing rate of 75%. The performance of the students in research is affected by how they fare in written and oral assessments. Students' scores in written tests and grades in research presentation contribute to the earning of high or low academic achievement. A relationship exists between getting high scores in written tests and oral presentations to earning high grades in research. The higher their scores in written and oral presentations, the higher final grades they receive. The lower their scores in written and oral presentations, the lower final grades they obtain. School environment, experience in research, and support of teachers and family affect the students' performance in research. These factors are mostly external in nature. Students perceive the usefulness of research in their lives and have positive attitude towards it, but still feel anxious about it. The performance of students is not affected by their attitude towards research. Their attitude towards research are not reflections of their high or low grades in the subject. The positive attitude of teachers toward teaching research keep them stay motivated despite the difficulty of the subject. Based on the conclusions, the researcher formulated recommendations as follows. 1. Research as part of the K-12 curriculum requires specific skills and competencies that teachers should teach and students should learn. Hence, teachers should be well equipped through trainings and workshops related to research so that they can transfer the knowledge and skills to the students. Students, too, should be encouraged to attend seminar workshops in research so that they can improve their skills and performance in the subject. Students must be encouraged to excel not only in written activities, but also in oral classroom activities. Teachers should provide varied learning opportunities in the classroom to break the monotony of research classes. Teachers should use appropriate assessment tools to measure the performance of students in research. Rubrics should be prepared for performance-based tasks. Teacher-made tests that are utilized in the subject need to be valid and reliable. The test must undergo item analysis and structure analysis. The school administrators should provide the need for research facilities in the school. A research laboratory equipped with Computers and internet connection is ideal for students undertaking research. Students should be allowed and be encouraged to attend research conferences or festivals where they could observe or present their research works. By getting involved in research endeavors, students would overcome their anxiety towards research and would develop positive attitude towards it. Teachers should be actively involved in doing research activities so that they could gain more experience as they teach the subject. They should also attend research seminars, trainings, conferences, or festivals to keep them abreast with the trends and best practices in teaching research. Next, the proposed research enhancement program for students should be implemented to help improve their performance in undertaking research. Teachers are also encouraged to participate in such enhancement program to acquire additional knowledge about the subject, which they would eventually impart to their students. For future researchers, curriculum designers, and implementers, the study could be a basis for a review of the research curriculum offered in senior high school. Here is my list of references. That would be all. Thank you and have a nice day.